Batting sixth, left field number 6, Zachariah. Batting seventh, center fielder number 4, Eli Tressler. Batting eighth, third baseman number 40, Noah Bonney. Batting ninth, the pitcher number 15, Dom James. And batting 10th, second baseman number 27, Trevor Walker.
All right, man. Oh. And we're back here, ready to get things going for game number 2. Jim Funderburg along with Chris Malenga as Caleb Schultz will stand in for Marysville to open things up. And for the Bears, pitching game number 2, Chris?
It is going to be Dom James.
And James through strike 1. This a little tapper down the third baseline, pick up and the throw to first, but Schultz beats it out. Nice job by Schultz to hustle his way down that first baseline to get that base hit. So Schultz will lead it off with a base hit. And we got a new left fielder.
Tate Verts, the left fielder.
Tate Verts.
Yep.
So the neat thing is you didn't bring a lot of guys, but the guys you brought are going to play here tonight, huh?
Yes, they are.
Who's our new third baseman down here for
Our
the
new third
Bears
baseman is going to be Noah Bonney.
Okay, Noah Bonney playing third for the Bears. As throw over to first base, not anything but just trying to keep him honest. So Dom James, who played first base in the opener, now on the mound for the Bears, and that ball fouled off, and we set up a no ball, one strike count here to Tate Verts. James delivers, and Verts drives this one to left field. Left fielder underneath. And the base runner at first had already made it down to second, and he's going to be thrown out.
Double play.
On the double play. A nice job by the Bears.
So he popped it out to who?
Is that Dye out in left field still?
Yeah, it is Dye out in left field.
So Dye with the running catch over in left center and was able to make the relay into second and then over to first in time for the double play. And just like that, the Bears, who looked like they were getting off to a slow start, wipe everybody out, and they're right where they want to be with nobody on base and 2 men out. And a strike come from James to open every. Batter number 3. I don't know who that guy is there, Chris. How's
Batter
that?
number 3, it is Jacob Wright. He is our first baseman, number 7.
There you go.
They didn't get the lineups up here very quickly, so we're kind of
we're
playing
doing
from
little struggling here right now. So ball and a strike. And a grounder right at the plate makes it 1 ball and 2 strikes. So we'll get everything organized here in between innings and get ready to go. If you weren't with us here in the opener, Marysville won that ball game 1-0 here. The Bears look to even up the series here today. Grounder to short, throw over to first, and just like that, the Bears get out of their top of the first inning with no damage. And
no runs, no hits, no errors, none left on. We head to the bottom of the first inning. It's 0-0.
When you purchase a pre-owned vehicle from someone other than Bryan Ford Lincoln, you can't be sure where it came from. When you're not sure where it came from, you may find things in the trunk that may not belong there. When you find things in the trunk that may not belong there, you may eventually run into the guys who do know where they belong. Don't be the guy who finds things in the trunk that don't belong there. Buy your pre-owned vehicle from Bryan Ford Lincoln. They say there is strength in numbers. In Bryan, we have always taken pride in supporting our Golden Bear student athletes in all of their sporting endeavors. The Bryan Athletic Boosters now have a chance for you to get into the game. If you're Bryan proud, it's time to become Bryan strong. Whether you were a BHS athlete, are raising a BHS athlete, or just love supporting our Bryan High School athlete, this is your chance to be part of the BHS sporting community. Talk to any board member today on how easy it is to join, or contact us at 419-636-4536.
Brown, Clemens. And we're back into the bottom of the first inning for the Golden Bears. Leading off, it'll be Brooks Brown, the shortstop. Then Logan Clemens, the designated hitter. Connor Arthur, the right fielder. The first 3 batters.
kind of left things relatively same in the batting order here, Chris. But again, when you in these games with not that many players, there's not too many options there for these guys to change. But Brown, the second baseman, looks at strike 1, and then he pops this one up, and it should be an easy play for the first baseman. And it was. So a little pop up to first, and there's 1 up and 1 down in a game that looks like it started off about the same way that last game ended, Chris. Kind of a quick one.
Yep.
And the first pitch, a strike. And on the hill here for Marysville this time.
Gavin Sharp, he was your second baseman last game, I believe.
There's a shot to center, but again, right at the center fielder. Everything that's been hit solid here today, Chris, has been hit right at somebody.
Yep.
Except for a couple of them that basically the outfield just made nice plays on, too.
This will be your catcher, number 2, Zach Nobis. If he is able to get aboard, the second baseman, Nate Miller, will. I'm sorry, the extra hitter, Nate Miller.
Swing and miss. As Nobis goes down to no balls and a strike. And this one outside, even everything up 1-1. So right the pitcher. Trying to do exactly what his predecessor Eachus did, and that was really give him 7 strong innings of 3-hit baseball. But then you look the other direction, and again, Marysville have only 3 hits in that first game as well, Chris.
Yep.
I like Wright's motion a little bit better, a little more body into the pitch. 3-1 now to Nobis. And he pops this one up. Shallow right field. The right fielder comes in and makes the play, and that'll do it for the first. Again, neither team successful in getting anybody even on base here in the first inning.
14 total pitches by both pitchers. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left on, and we head to the top of the second. No score after this on BMU TV.
Jason Deach Collision and Customs in Edgerton, they can help you restore almost anything, whether it's a minor fender bender or something much more serious. Something as big as a semi or a trailer that you use to haul your toys. And speaking of toys, the Customs division will help you customize almost anything, or help you restore that vehicle that you've been keeping under a tarp in the back of your garage. Take it from me, you'll not find a friendlier repair shop in Northwest Ohio. Jason Deach Collision and Customs, State Route 6, just east of Edgerton.
Tonight's broadcast of Golden Bear Sports is proudly streamed by BMU Cable and High-Speed Internet. BMU is your hometown local provider for digital HD cable and high-speed internet. Call BMU today at 419-633-6100 or visit us on the web at cityofbryan.net. Go Bears from all of us at BMU.
Back out at Sumter Field, game number 2 of this ACME doubleheader between Marysville and Bryan. First inning was 14 total pitches between two teams, and now we head to the top of the second inning with no score. It's between Gavin Sharp, Garrett North, and Tyler Drope for Marysville.
Dynamite. Well, Chris, I'll tell you what. Good warm-up for these two teams. Two pretty evenly matched teams, I would have to say, when you look at these two.
Absolutely.
Good pitching so far by both teams, and not a lot of hitting. I guess you can look at that from the opposite direction, but pitch has been pretty good so far for both these clubs. Foul ball out of play. Strike 1. So James on the hill for the Bears right now.
All 3 of the extra players from Marysville, or all 3 of them, I think there was just another coach in there you saw earlier. They are playing in this game.
Good to see him get some time. Yep. That's what you want to do with this age, though. You know that, Chris. You're coaching the younger age teams right now, and that's how you get them ready to play high school baseball and beyond if they're going to be that good. You know, you can't get better if you're not playing.
Absolutely.
2 balls and a strike now, the count on Gavin Sharp. Ground ball to short. Sharp hustles his way down that first base line, and they save. Boy, I'll tell you what, that was a real close play. Thought they had a good opportunity there, and the Bears not able to make that happen. So
Brown picked it up. He just wasn't in time. It was kind of a slow grounder.
Yep.
Kind of bounced a couple of times and hit that green grass and just kind of stopped.
Makes it kind of tough. Well, the rain we've had in the last 12 hours or so, it was nice and dry and hard and fast, I'm sure, up until today. And then rained overnight and then rained all morning. And as Chris said in game number 1, it really looked like maybe this thing might get rained out if it just continued that way. But I'm sure that slowed everything down. Grass grew an inch or so. Everybody's happy. Line shot down that left field line, and it's fair. And that's going to be trouble. Nice job by the left fielder to get over and pick that one up and keep everybody to just one base. So a long single.
I will tell you, the Bears have done a great job fielding. They may have lost that game 1-0, but all the fielding was really on point. They were where they needed to be. There weren't too many errors.
No doubt about that. Zach Dye.
But 3 hits already for them.
Yeah, that was the total for game 1.
Yeah.
So, but you know, they clustered them in that 4th inning, Chris,
Yep,
in that first game, and that allowed them to get that one run that they scored. Bunt right at the plate, and it'll be foul. Trying to move both those base runners over with nobody out here in the second.
The umps just switched. So
Yep.
that's how you do it.
Everybody takes their turn here today.
That's right. So now Dwayne Ressler calling balls and strikes behind the plate.
No balls, 1 strikes. Runner at first and second. Nobody out here at the top of the second. Marysville trying to score first here in game number 2. And James basically decided he wanted to pay a little attention to the runner out on second base, so he stepped off the rubber. He'll come set, now deliver, and the ball in the dirt. And the runner at second is going to run down to third, the throw and the tag.
Got him.
And he's out.
Wow.
Nice job by Zach Nobis, the catcher, to put that ball down on the money. And third baseman able to field that ball and make the tag. I think the runner actually kind of overslid the base just a little bit. Umpires had to wait for a second, and a delay call eliminates that lead runner. So now you got 1 out with a runner at first. Bears had that opportunity here to shut this down.
Yes, they do. That's Garrett North at first.
Outfield playing shallow and straight away here for the Bears. The bunt again down the third baseline is a good one. And the throw pulls the first baseman off the bag and gets away from him. So North will make the turn and end up at third base before it's all over and done with. And just as the Bears got out of trouble, they're back in trouble now with runners on the corner.
I'm going to give that a bunt single because that was, awkward place to get it. So I know it wasn't a great throw, but he had to really come up to make that play and didn't really have time to make a good throw.
So
and just as I say that, they scored an error.
They scored an error. So been a tough home crowd scorer here today. I mean, that home team provides the scorer, and he's been hard to deal with. Throw down to second base, and the runner at third now on a delay steal is probably a bad decision to make that throw. Nobody looking for the throw. Nobis decides to make the throw. And on the throw, the runner at third, Garrett, waits, watches, and then takes off down that third baseline, and he will score. And just like that, it's 1-0 Marysville.
Yeah, small ball. They're not doing anything but manufacturing runs.
Yeah. And I think once Coach and Zach Nobis sit down and talk in between innings, they're going to decide that probably was not a wise throw, because now you've got a runner on third, still only 1 out. This one fouled off. And Marysville on the board instead of having them on the corners with 1 out. And I don't think the infielders for the Bears were expecting that throw.
No,
they were not. They weren't attacking that bag. They were reacting to the throw down to second. Ball in the outside corner. Just outside, 1-1 now. In fact, it's 2 balls and 1 strike now. I liked it better the way they had it up on the scoreboard there. They made it a ball and 2 strikes. I like that count better. Ground ball to second. That'll score a run. It'd also pick up the second out of the inning, but just like that, Marysville now has scored more runs than they scored in the entire first game.
For Marysville, the right fielder, 21, Michael Ponzak.
So Ponzak, the
Yep.
batter
Michael
now.
Ponzak, spelled differently than ours.
That one's on the inside corner for strike one. So Bears are going to have to right the ship here just a little bit with 2 outs. Looked like they might be on their way to getting out of the inning. And just like that, Marysville turns a kind of a poor decision and a throw down to second into a pair of runs.
Yep, absolutely. We got to shake that off and got to get ready to hit with the bats.
Strike on the inside corner is strike 3, and that'll do it for Marysville, but they score a couple in inning number 2.
Yep, 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 error, and none left on, and we head to the bottom of the second inning. Bears have some work to do, down 2-0.
At Krill Funeral Service, we are professionals with the sincere desire to reward every family who have placed their trust and confidence in us by being attentive to every detail, displaying the highest level of courtesy and compassion, and providing the greatest measure of respect for their wishes. As remembrance planners, our goal is to help families find joy in the way they choose to remember, honor, and celebrate the wonderful life of their loved one. Krill Funeral Service, we are experts at helping hearts heal. They say there is strength in numbers. In Bryan, we have always taken pride in supporting our Golden Bear student athletes in all of their sporting endeavors. The Bryan Athletic Boosters now have a chance for you to get into the game. If you're Bryan proud, it's time to become Bryan strong. Whether you were a BHS athlete, are raising a BHS athlete, or just love supporting our Bryan High School athlete, this is your chance to be part of the BHS sporting community. Talk to any board member today on how easy it is to join, or contact us at 419-636-4536.
This is my story. I'm a mother of 3, a wife, and a cat operator. I earned my degree in mechanical engineering technologies. Now I have a career doing exactly what I studied. I learned more, now I earn more.
It'll be Nate Miller, Jake Spees, and Zach Dye here in the bottom of the second inning as the Bears trail 2-0. Nate Miller is your extra player, Jim.
And Miller
hitter.
lines this one to right field, and it'll get past the right fielder. And Miller will turn and head towards second base. And they'll keep him right there for a double, but a nice job by Miller
Yep.
to drive that ball into right. And the right fielder with a little problem fielding that one. That was the first really misplay we've seen all afternoon, Chris.
Yeah, it was. He had a little bit of traveling to do, but he just misjudged it, and it hit his glove, but it didn't come in.
So Blaine Williams, the young fellow that made the effort, and let's see if the Bears can make Marysville pay for that one. Down in the dirt for ball 1. Jacob Wright pitching for Marysville. Let's see if he,
No, Gavin Sharp.
oh, I'm sorry, Gavin Sharp. Ooh, that one inside and tight. 2 balls, no strikes.
He's been pretty efficient. That was only his 9th pitch.
And that was out low and outside, so it's 3 balls and no strikes, and just like that, both these second game pitchers have a little more difficulty than the openers did,
Yeah,
Chris.
absolutely.
Infield now the outfield shades in a little bit more, especially in right, and that one catches the outside corner. So 3 balls and 1 strike now, nobody out.
Spees was going to be looking at that one the whole way, though.
Oh, yeah.
3-0. So,
Make you throw a pitch, and he did, but this one's in the dirt, and he'll trot down to first base. So the Bears, just like that, with nobody out, have runners at first and second. Chris, this is the best opportunity they've had all game long.
yep. And this will bring up Zach Dye, the left fielder.
Now going to try to bunt the runners over, and he fouls that one off down the first baseline.
Playing small ball. I like it.
So no balls and a strike here for Dye. See if he'll continue to bunt there, Chris. Bat up on the shoulder. And he squares, and this one's inside and tight.
Ooh.
1-1.
Sharp likes to pitch him in and tight, doesn't he?
Yeah, boy, It's my end of the plate over there, man. Those corners, pitchers like to think those corners are theirs. Whether it's the inside corner or that outside corner, that's where they like to do their business most of the time. Bunt will be fair down the first baseline, and the throw will be over the first baseman's head. Runner will score from second, and the other runner at third now. So the Bears now score their first run of the evening. And it's a 2-1 game.
Do you give that a single, or do you give that an error?
I think that's got to be an error on that one.
Although he gave him a single.
I'll be darned.
No, he did. Yes,
Yep.
he did. No, he didn't.
Yep, they best bounce that. It's got to be an error because that really he had plenty of time to field that ball and make the play, and he just overthrew the first baseman. So
Nate Miller got home, and Spieth got all the way to third.
Spieth with the lead here in
Dye
third.
is held up at first.
And again, they're bunting, and this one right back to the pitcher. He wasn't able to field it, and Spieth will be able to score on that one.
What do you give that one, Jim?
Well, I think you're going to have to get an error on that one, too, because he touched the ball.
No, they gave that a hit.
Okay. There you go. So they'll
All right, we'll
count
call that
as a hit.
Single. That
Tough
advances
play,
Spieth.
but, you know, generally my history has always been if you can put the glove on the ball, oftentimes they don't give you the benefit of that error, but they would call that one a hit.
Another one.
And they're going to bunt again. And this time he'll pick up and underhand the ball to first base, and it will be out number one. So
wow.
Bears with runners at second and third, and nothing's left the infield here in this inning.
Yeah. That brings up Dom James, your pitcher. He's your ninth batter. If he gets on, Trevor Ward would follow. Got runners at second and third.
And James with a fly ball that's going to head out foul down the left field line.
He turned on that one, Jim.
Yeah, all the way over the concession stand over here. Everybody watched it go over their head. He did. He turned. He got around on that one pretty well. So no balls and a strike with one out here, and runners at second and third, and they're both leading. And this one's over the catcher's head, and that'll be a run. And it might be two as the runner at second makes the big turn. He lost his
He lost
footing.
his balance.
But the Bears have scored 3 now here in the second inning, and they're ahead 3-2. Well as that first game was played, this one has started off just the opposite, Chris, with a couple of an error for both teams and some poor decisions in there in the throws that are being made. And again, this pitch high, and that'll be a ball. So 2 balls and a strike now.
You know, Sharp has an error. He has the one play that we scored a single, but also could have been an error. And then he didn't do a very good job of covering home on that play.
Not at all. So it's a different ball game. Swing and a foul. 2-2 now.
Still only 1 out.
Runner at third, 1 out. Bears looking at a 4th run here in the second inning. Now it hit him. Turned and threw it right in the back, right on the numbers again. So now the Bears have runners at first and third, 1 out.
And the catcher comes out to have a discussion with the pitcher.
Just looks like he's a little rattled right now,
he
Chris.
does.
He's really started out really well in that first inning, and then the wheels have come off here in inning number 2.
He threw 6 pitches in the first inning, and now he's up to 22. So do some quick math. That's 16 pitches this inning.
I'm using the progressive math nowadays, so I'm still working the formula out right now. I'll get there, though, and yep, you're right. There you go. All right.
Ooh,
Throw
big
over
lead
first. But he's back in time.
That was a big lead he has down there.
Well, I think the Bears started a little confidence. Now they got a couple runs going. They get a little more confidence out on that base path.
Tressel has a huge secondary right now.
Again, the show and bunt. As the runner will advance to second as the ball in the dirt. And so far, I'll tell you, all the as you say, small ball, Chris, has worked extremely well for the Bears.
Second and third, 1 out. And look at Tressler. He's got a great secondary. And then when the pitch is delivered, oh, they got him that time. Nope.
Yep. Third baseman was
not in position.
Well away from the bag there for that throw.
This secondary lead is crazy he's got. He's
Yeah.
all the way to the cut of the grass.
And he's moving towards the plate right now. There's the bunt, and it's foul.
Wow.
Yeah, all you need to do is really get it on the dirt at that point in time. As you said,
Yep.
Chris, with that lead, that's an easy run.
Yep. Barrick switches back to that shot we just had. You can see his lead.
Here's the bunt again, the squeeze, and that will score run number 4 for the Bears.
Wow.
And again, they're hitting it right back to the pitcher who's had a hard time fielding all the bunts that they put down. They're going to give that a hit.
Yep.
So that's hit number 3 for the Bears. So both,
I give that a hit because
Yeah,
it was pretty close to the catcher.
Yep, I would agree with that one.
Now James not as big of a lead, but the runner's going to second, and he advances without any problem.
So 1 out still. Bears on at second and third, and they've scored 4 times here in inning number 2.
Yep. So last time it was a pitcher's duel. This time it's a small ball duel.
Yeah, it's
Bunting.
Bears have made this one interesting with the bunts.
Again.
And that's a perfectly placed bunt, but it will be fielded, and the out will be made at first, but run number 5 will score, as that one was just exactly where it needed to be. First baseman couldn't come in and field that ball. Pitcher had to do it. Did a nice job, was able to underhand it over to first for the out. So 2 outs now, runner at third, and the Bears with 5 big runs in inning number 2. Ground ball past the third baseman and into left field, and that'll be run number 6 for the Golden Bears. So
wow.
All the troubles they had being able to connect in that first game have gone away here as they've found their rhythm here in game number 2.
And Logan Clemens did his job by being the designated hitter.
There you go. That was the first ball that left the infield,
Yep.
I believe, in
Yep.
this
I think
inning.
you're right.
If I remember right, everything else has been a bunt. Quick toss over to first, but they run her back in time.
Let's see, 1 bunt, 2 bunts, a hit pitch, 3 bunts, 4 bunts, an error, 4 bunts and an error, and a double this inning. So I guess Nate Miller had a double into the outfield.
There you
so
go.
We did have 2. This is Nobis.
And they're really worried about that runner over at first right now. And I think at this point in time, I'd be concerned a little more with Zach Nobis than
Absolutely.
trying to keep that runner on first.
Our last game was an hour and 15 minutes.
Throw down to seconds in time, and that'll do it.
Yep, Logan Clemens caught stealing. So, not good. As the catcher went down. So for the Bears, 6 runs on 4 hits, 1 error, none left on. And we head to the top of the 3rd inning. Let's see if the Bears can play some defense and hold this lead. Back after this on BMU TV.
At Jason Deach Collision and Customs in Edgerton, they can help you restore almost anything, whether it's a minor fender bender or something much more serious. Something as big as a semi or a trailer that you use to haul your toys. And speaking of toys, the Customs Division will help you customize almost anything, or help you restore that vehicle that you've been keeping under a tarp in the back of your garage. Take it from me, you'll not find a friendlier repair shop in Northwest Ohio. Jason Deach Collision and Customs, State Route 6, just east of Edgerton.
Hey, you in the old silver car. Looks like you could use a new ride.
What?
At Darrell Shirkey Ford Lincoln, we can upgrade you to a nice pre-owned vehicle or a new Ford or Lincoln.
How are you doing this?
We have a huge selection of vehicles, and with our aggressive pricing policy, we make them very affordable.
This is pretty aggressive. don't think a billboard's ever tried to sell me a car before.
Come and see why we are the fastest growing dealership in Northwest Ohio. Hey, you in the white pickup.
Back out at Sumter Field, the Bears put up a 6 spot in the bottom of the 6th inning and lead Marysville by a score of 6-2. For Marysville, it's going to be Lobdell, Schultz, and Verts. And the Bears, by the virtue of a double from Nate Miller, then 5 bunts and a single, put up the 6 runs.
Just an amazing situation there for the Bears, as they just locked in on that weakness that they found. And that was that
pitcher.
Pitcher who couldn't really field the ball and get it to where he needed to go. And it just worked out extremely well.
First pitch in is a ball to Lobdell. He is your second baseman. Second one is swung on, popped up, and that'll be out of play, hopefully away from the trailer.
I like it, man. Can I push the buttons?
Sure.
All right, there you go. Woohoo!
I'll have to help you on some of these.
Yeah, you probably will.
Next pitch. That's outside for a ball.
I'll tell you what, man, this is a pretty impressive little iPad program you got going on right now.
That is fouled back. So the count is 2-2. No outs here. We just started the top of the 3rd inning. For Marysville, 2 runs on 3 hits, 1 error, none left on. For the Bears, 6 runs on 4 hits, 1 error, no left on. And that must have been high. I don't know.
Man, I'll tell you what, I don't know where that one was. That looked like it was right on the outside corner at about waist high to me, Chris.
Maybe it was too far outside.
Yep, it had to be.
So James with the pitch. Fouled back again. We keep fighting.
Got a pitcher warming up in the bullpen down there for Marysville right now.
He might be a better fielder.
Yeah, there you go.
They might be switching for pitching because Gavin Sharp only has thrown 28 pitches.
Yeah. Well, you know, after you give up 6 in 1 inning, you got to look for something to try to right that ship a little bit.
A pitch down the dirt, that'll be a walk. And so Lobdell heads down. That'll bring up Caleb Schultz, the center fielder in the top of the order. He was 1 for 1 with a single his first time up. And so there's where you see that what he did
I'm loving it, man. I'll tell you what.
And it even tells you where he hit it.
That's pretty sweet. This newfangled gear that we're dealing with right now, I'll tell you, this is sweet. Now, what was that you just did there? Is that the order for pizza that we got coming on? Yeah, there you go. Let's see, Domino's.
Swung on and missed for Schultz's first.
Well, you know, the pitching in that first game was spectacular.
Yeah,
I think we just go with that, you know,
it
because
was crazy.
Both pitchers with a excellent first game. I mean, 2-3 hitters.
Yep.
1-run game.
Swung on and missed. Big swing right there by Schultz.
Schultz was trying to knock one out of Sumter Field here today.
So 0-2 count. Pickoff attempt. So we hit the fielder. And we do that. We do that. I'm showing Jim how to score right now.
I'm telling you what, I'm learning something right now. This is like going to trade school right now. I'm learning to trade.
Foul back. So we'll do it again in 0-2. I don't know what these throwbacks to the plate. I mean, the last 2 balls thrown back to the mound, one went past him and the second one bounced.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the deal is there.
Ball's still stuck in the screen. I tried to get Tony to do that Spider-Man thing up that this one in the dirt and past the catcher. Love it, love it, love it. Yeah, and he came up and he said, nah, you know, he thought his shoulder, said his shoulder was a little sore today is what he told me. Pretty sharp kid. He's a Malinga, all right. He's quick. You know, he had that. He didn't even have to think about it too much. He just right away.
That swung on. Nate Miller's calling it off and makes the grab. So that'll be one down. And so that is a 4 unassisted.
Wow, look at that. I'll tell you.
That's swung on. And that's going to be trouble. That'll get over the first baseman's head. But they do hold the runner at third.
First baseman, Jacob Wright.
So this will bring up Jacob Wright, who is the first baseman. He is 0 for 1 with the ground out.
Well, whoever they were warming up is all ready to go because he's on his way back into the dugout right now.
Oh, it lays low.
Get a bad
That'll
decision
score the
to throw
runner.
that ball.
That'll score the runner. So Verts will hit second base on a stolen base. And Garrett Lobdell heads home on the throw. And Verts is just there at second with one down.
And again, probably not the best decision there to throw that ball like that. That runner had worked his way about quarter of the way, third of the way down that third baseline when Zach decided to make that toss.
Yeah.
And as soon as he let go of the ball,
Yep.
he took off for the plate.
So 1-1 to count. Oh, fouled off. Always love doing high school ball because everything sounds like they've killed it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that foul went about 6 inches, and it's like crush.
Love those metal bats.
It's like ping. So 1-2 now. The count on Wright. That is hit good. That is going to be a nice catch by the left fielder. And the
Zach Dye with a nice job.
so the runner is held up at second base. It wasn't really deep enough. He had to go back. He had a good lead, but he didn't have enough to go back and then come. So that'll bring up the pitcher, Gavin Sharp. That's in the dirt. Ball 1.
Got to be impressed by the way that Zach Nye covers ground out there in left field. I'll tell you what.
He does a good job.
That ball was hit on a rope, and he went back and caught that thing. And if it got away from him, there was at least a double, and it would have been a 6-4 ball game.
That's going to be ball 2. So 2 down. We have a runner at second. Marysville had scored 1. That'll be ball 3 for 3-0 count. Marysville scored 1 on the third baseman. It was coming halfway to home plate as the second baseman, the guy at first was trying to steal, and they threw down to second to get the guy try to get the guy at second. That scored the run. So 6-3. So let's see what happens here on the 3-0. I'm sure Sharp has the green light. And that's right down the middle of the plate for strike 1. That's hit. Gloved by the second baseman, who will throw out the runner. So nice job there by the Golden Bears, and we head to the bottom of the third inning. Bears lead 6-3 on BMU TV.
Tonight's broadcast of Golden Bear Sports is proudly streamed by BMU Cable and high-speed internet. BMU is your hometown local provider for digital HD cable and high-speed internet. Call BMU today at 419-633-6100 or visit us on the web at cityofbryan.net. Go Bears from all of us at BMU.
You know, gathering with those we love, we get to catch up and we get to reflect on the past.
It seems like every time we get together, I always learn something new.
Here's the front page of the Columbus Dispatch when he won state baseball tournament, sliding into home plate.
Look at that, the front page. And that's a neat picture.
That was a great memory. I'll never forget that.
At Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home, we understand that there are special memories that need to be remembered and shared.
That's sweet, man.
We are back. It is the bottom of the third inning. It'll be Zach Nobis, Nate Miller, and Jake Spees coming up to bat here. The Bears put up a 6-spot. Well, let's talk about the top of the second inning when Marysville put up 2 runs.
Yeah.
Then the Bears came back with a lot of small ball, 5 bunts, and a double and a single, made it 6-0. And Marysville got one back.
We've changed pitchers here, Chris, too.
Okay.
Garrett North now comes in to pitch
One
for
or
Marysville.
Yep, you're right. It is one.
Garrett North will pitch.
Let's see if anybody.
And Tate Verts goes to third base.
So let's see
So
what happens.
Verts came in from the outfield, and North now was the guy that's
And I don't know who's
on
in
the mound.
left field now.
We'll have to figure that out here once he get him to turn around out there.
First pitch to Nobis is a ball. So an unknown player in left field.
Left, yep. Ooh.
That'll be a ball as well.
Got to get back
Gotta
to
keep-
my button pushing,
gotta
man.
keep
I'm
it up,
not doing a good job.
2-0 on Nobis. That's high, ball 3. Trying to get that guy to turn around so I can see his number.
He's
I don't think they have numbers on the front, so it's
No,
gonna
he
be hard
did.
to.
He's got the Marysville M on the front.
That's
There's
in
a
there for a strike. Yep. We'll just hope that nothing's hit to him, or if it is, it turns him around.
There you go.
That's swung on. Ground ball to the shortstop. He throws out and gets him.
The Golden Bears extra hitter, Nate Miller.
Okay.
So a 6-3 on the putout. And that'll bring up Nate Miller, who is 1 for 1 with a double. He had that double to lead things off in the last inning.
He got everything going, really, and then from that point in time, nothing left in the infield. It just was bunt, 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 bunt. And
a shallow single.
It worked out extremely well.
Yep. So first pitch to Nate is a ball, and he hit that bunt between right field and center field.
You know, Chris, that first game, you're talking about how quick that first game went. We're 43 minutes into this game. That first game took an hour and 10.
Oh, line
there's
right
trouble.
out to the first baseman. Wow. That is not good.
For the Golden Bears, first baseman, Jake Spees.
So that'll bring up Jake Spees. So Spees is 0 for 0 with a walk.
And the double play, really, again, a pitcher's best friend there. Garrett North, really happy to see that one.
First pitch is a ball.
Nice job by Jacob Wright down there to hang in there and make that catch and then step over on the base with a double play unassisted.
Fouled back. Makes it 1 and 2. That swung on and popped up. in foul territory. Coming over to make the grab is the first baseman, and that's 3 outs.
Tell you what, he had all 3 putouts in that inning.
Absolutely, the third baseman, or first baseman. So the Bears do not get on the board. It's still 6-3 back after this on BMU TV.
Looking for career opportunities? They're closer than you think. Northwest State has more than 70 degree and certificate programs, so you can start on the path to a rewarding career. Or transfer your credits toward a bachelor's degree. Your future is knocking. What are you waiting for? Opportunities await at Northwest State Community College. Find out more at northweststate.edu.
At Krill Funeral Service, we are professionals with the sincere desire to reward every family who have placed their trust and confidence in us by being attentive to every detail, displaying the highest level of courtesy and compassion, and providing the greatest measure of respect for their wishes. As remembrance planners, our goal is to help families find joy in the way they choose to remember, honor, and celebrate the wonderful life of their loved one. Krill Funeral Service, we are experts at helping hearts heal.
It'll be Garrett North, Tyler Drope, and Chase Kilgore here in the top of the 4th inning as the Bears lead Marysville by a score of 6-3. Dom James, your pitcher. He's thrown 45 total pitches through 3 innings. North now the pitcher. And when they run back out, we'll have to see who's in left field.
Yeah, we will.
First pitch is fouled back. Swung on and missed. Ooh. Oh, he wanted that. He killed that swing. And he held it there.
Both teams with 4 hits and an error.
Did you see there was a minor league player who replicated the natural? He hit a ball. He hit a ball up and smashed the lights.
I'll be darned. Okay.
Ooh, big swing.
Oh,
big catch. Noah Bonney with the line drive catch. So that'll bring up the shortstop, Tyler Drope. Drope reached on an error his first time up. First pitch to him as a ball.
Sam Clark over here looking over my shoulder to make sure I'm pushing the right buttons, Chris. She's going, come on.
Swung on and missed. Strike
Come
one.
on. How hard is that job, right, Sam? Yeah,
Not always that we see a old guy like you with the quadrifocals touching a touchscreen device.
Yeah, no doubt. There's just no doubt about that at all.
That's swung on, popped up. Actually, it's a fly ball now, and that'll head out to the outfield. And making the catch is the right fielder for Brian. And it was a nice job there by... Where's my right fielder? I don't have a right fielder in.
Yeah,
Connor Arthur.
We're not playing with a right fielder, I don't think.
Connor Arthur.
Okay, there you go.
First pitch, this is Chase Kilgore. His first pitch to him is a strike. He's that guy that's not batting. That's why he threw me off.
Yeah, there you go.
Next one is swung on. And that might be trouble, but no, Connor Arthur puts it in again, so a fly ball again. That was in right center, almost center field, but he went in and did it and made the catch, and Marysdale goes down in order. And it is 6-3 as we head to the bottom of the 4th, back after this on BMU TV.
When you're as good at diagnosing problems as Dwayne, the job is pretty easy.
You need a starter for the Buick, a water pump for the truck, and that one that just pulled in needs a belt. Drive on. Hold the phone up to the battery. Ah, it needs cables.
No, most days he doesn't get out of that fancy mobile office he's got.
Wow, that's a lot fancier than it looks from the outside.
They say there is strength in numbers. In Bryan, we have always taken pride in supporting our Golden Bear student athletes in all of their sporting endeavors. The Bryan Athletic Boosters now have a chance for you to get into the game. If you're Bryan proud, it's time to become Bryan strong. Whether you were a BHS athlete, are raising a BHS athlete, or just love supporting our Bryan High School athlete, this is your chance to be part of the BHS sporting community. Talk to any board member today on how easy it is to join, or contact us at 419-636-4536.
Back out at Sumter Field, my countdown for this was 1. Zach Dye, Eli Tressler, Noah Bonney going to be your batters here.
Guys in the truck trying to make sure we're awake and
right.
really kind of staying on top of things here. Yeah, that's
watching the screen, and all of a sudden we're back.
Is that KB doing that to you, or is
No,
that the big boss down there? Oh man. Well, I would bet his pizza came. He's probably kind of he's elbow deep in pepperoni right now, as KB would say, right? That's what I'm thinking. That's why he sent it back to you right away. He had to grab that napkin real quick.
All right, so let's see what happens here to the Bears in the bottom of the 4th inning. They have a lead, 6-3, and the first pitch is a ball to Dye, who reached on an error his first time up. That's high, ball 2.
Garrett in his 2nd inning and got out untouched here in the 3rd.
Yeah, he's only thrown. He threw 11 pitches in the 3rd inning.
Ooh.
That's in there for a strike. Turned out to be a nice night.
Oh, it's beautiful. And the weekend's just going to be gorgeous. Feel a little more like spring than summer, but it's supposed to be a beautiful, beautiful weekend. And we used that rain. That rain we got today was necessary.
Yep.
Not that I want to cut my grass, but you know.
Yep. Fouled back. I was talking to Glenn Newcomer yesterday. He farms, of course, and he said, I said, has the rain been helping? He goes, it helps, but we need a massive rain event in order to save the crops. So I know the farmers do need the rain.
So today probably was helpful for them.
Yep. Swung on, grounded to 3rd base. The throw is in time, and that'll do it for the first batter, Dye. And that'll bring up Eli Tressler, who was 1 for 1. He got on with a bunt single.
There are actually states, I think, where old guys like me with quadrifocals are not allowed to push buttons on something like this, you know? Thank goodness we live in a progressive state.
There you go. First pitch to Tressler is at the eyeballs. Ball 1. North has been pretty efficient here as he's come in. That was in there for a strike. Tressler tried to check his swing, but it was a strike regardless. That's swung on and fouled back towards us. Have you had the chance to drive through the park now that the new parking's been done and everything?
The other day I came through and I noticed that it really is nice.
It
really is nice. They did a wonderful job on that. I agree.
Yep. They did take out a lot of trees, but they assure us more trees will be planted.
Sure.
But it's opened up. It's easier to pull in and out of parking spaces. Everything's angled now. It's nice.
Well, it was needed. The extra parking was definitely necessary out here, too. There's no doubt about that.
So that's a strike 3 as he struck out swinging. And that's 2 down now, and it'll bring up Noah Bonney.
The park was already nice. They just really enhanced it with that upgrade. There's no doubt.
First pitch is down low. You know, in other sports news, I read Evergreen's putting in a turf field at their stadium.
Really?
Yeah.
For football?
For football.
Oh, wow. There you go.
They were going to do a soccer field that was grass.
Okay.
So that's swung on by Bonnie. It's kind of hitting the gap. Let's see if he'll come over and make the play. He does, all the way from center field. Caleb Schultz comes out and puts it in. And that'll do it for the Golden Bears. They go quickly in order. So we go to the top of the 5th inning. It's still 6-3 Bears after this on BMU TV.
As the baby boomer generation tires of traditional send-offs, funerals are becoming increasingly more personalized. People are pre-planning their own remembrance gathering. Pre-planning is easy and will pay off both emotionally and financially for you and your family. Plus allows you more control over your last hurrah. At Krill Funeral Service, we're not just funeral directors. We are experts at helping hearts heal. When you purchase a pre-owned vehicle from someone other than Bryan Ford Lincoln, you can't be sure where it came from. When you're not sure where it came from, you may find things in the trunk that may not belong there. When you find things in the trunk that may not belong there, you may eventually run into the guys who do know where they belong. Don't be the guy who finds things in the trunk that don't belong there. Buy your pre-owned vehicle from Bryan Ford Lincoln.
Back out at Sumter Field. That time my countdown was from 19, see, it worked. I gave him a little grief, and I got my countdown.
Yeah.
To finish that thought about Evergreen, they were going to put in a new soccer field and drainage for that, and the cost was within like $10,000 at turf, so they went with turf, and they're going to play soccer on the football field.
That'll be nice. That will be nice. You know, the only problem with that countdown is it went 19, 26, 14, 22, 13. Kind of like playing the numbers there on the lotto. I'm not really sure they really weren't counting you down. I think you had his lotto rep on there. That's what KB was doing. He got a couple lottery tickets for tonight. That wasn't a countdown.
First pitch is outside. That'll be ball 1. James now at 55 total pitches. Nobody warming up yet for the Bears. That's swung on. That is popped up. And calling him off. Wow, calling him off is the right fielder. That was a nice play by Connor Arthur because Trevor Ward was heading back. And he
tough
kept
play
getting
for
caught.
Ward, yeah.
He was kind of backpedaling, and Arthur came in and you could hear it all the way up here. He was screaming for it. That'll bring up Garrett Lodell. Ground ball, second base. Ward throws over to first, and Jake Speece with the out there on the 4-3 put out. So 2 down quickly for Marysville. That'll bring up Caleb Schultz. He is 1 for 2, a single and a fly out. He singled to the pitcher his first time up. That's the one James had trouble fielding, and then grounded out to second. That one's in the dirt, ball 1. Two down, top of the 5th inning. That's swung on, and that's a right to the center fielder, Tressler. And that's a 1-2-3 inning. And the Bears, again, make this Marysville Monarchs go in order. We go to the bottom of the 5th, 6-3 on BMU.
At Jason Deach Collision and Customs in Edgerton, they can help you restore almost anything, whether it's a minor fender bender or something much more serious. Something as big as a semi or a trailer that you use to haul your toys. And speaking of toys, the Customs Division will help you customize almost anything, or help you restore that vehicle that you've been keeping under a tarp in the back of your garage. Take it from me, you'll not find a friendlier repair shop in Northwest Ohio. Jason Deach Collision and Customs, State Route 6, just east of Edgerton.
50 reasons they don't deliver to a parking lot. Eric's like, it's...
Tonight's broadcast of Golden Bear Sports is proudly streamed by BMU Cable and High-Speed Internet. BMU is your hometown local provider for digital HD cable and high-speed internet. Call BMU today at 419-633-6100 or visit us on the web at cityofbryan.net. Go Bears from all of us at BMU.
Back out. Look at that with the laptop shutting graphic. We have great graphics.
I'll tell you what.
It is 6-3. Bears on top. The Monarchs got on board in the second inning with 2 runs. Then Bryan had a 6th spot in the bottom of the inning, and then Marysville picked up a single run in the 3rd inning, and that's where we are, 6-3. It's going to be Dom James, Trevor Ward, and Brooks Brown. First pitch is a strike. Sun is out. You can see some shadows. We've got the lights on, but right now you really don't need them.
No, not at all. Bears with that one big inning, Chris, there in the second.
James swings and misses, strike 2.
They got all 6 there in the second inning,
Yep.
and then since then, really goose eggs for the last 3.
It's okay. Bears are ahead. We can cruise with a
That's
no-hitter
it.
the rest of the way.
I think that's a great idea.
Swung on and missed, and that'll be a 1-2-3 batter there as James strikes out swinging. 3 pitches. That'll bring up Trevor Ward, who bunted successfully with a single his first time up. First pitch to Ward. It's outside. Ball 1. Ooh, that's...
Ward was taking that one all the
Yeah,
way, and
he
it looked
was.
like it broke right in across the
Yeah, it
inside
did.
corner of that plate.
Next one. That's high. So 3-0. So Ward probably not going to swing at this one. He'll probably be taken all the way. And he takes strike 1. There you go. And now he's seen one, and now he just needs to put one in play. That's swung on, and that may drop. It does. The center fielder, Schultz, made a valiant effort, but he is going to be in with a double. So a 1-out double for Trevor Ward. That'll bring up the top of the order, Brooks Brown. Brooks was 0 for 2. He flew out and got out on a bunt. Runner at second is Ward. First pitch is a ball to Brown. That is 2-0.
All of a sudden, Garrett North having some problems finding that strike zone.
Yeah, absolutely. Hit a 5-pitch walk to the last batter, but to start off the inning, he had a 3-pitch strikeout.
Yeah,
So you
yeah.
know, that's down low. No, they're gonna give that a strike, and then they go back to second, and he is safe. So 2-1. That one must have just dropped in. That's in there for a strike, so now it's count even 2-2. And again, they throw down to try to pick him off.
You gotta stop doing that, man. There's too much work in scorekeeping now.
So I'm doing it for you.
That's good.
So the 2-2 pitch coming for Brown. Brooks swung on. That might be trouble too. Nope. Yeah, I dropped it. So I don't know. You score that a hit. Let's see.
I'm going to give
They
that.
gave him
I
a
think
hit.
it's.
They gave that a hit.
Wow.
So a single, long single. That was a tough play to make, though.
That wasn't. No, it was a tough play. I would agree.
So he was held up at second because it was just too shallow and they didn't know what was going to happen. He would have got doubled off. And that'll bring up Logan Clemens, the designated hitter. He's 1 for 2 with a fly out and a single. Foul on that one. So the count's 0-1 now. The scoreboard hasn't switched yet.
Bears have found this Marysville pitching a little more to the liking here in this game number 2.
Runners on first and second with 1 out. They already lead 6-3. It'd be nice to pop a couple insurance runs now. That's high, ball 1, so the count even at 1-1. 1-1 is in the dirt. Nice job there by Chase Kilgore to block that one, because you had runners moving if it got past him.
I have to believe that a base hit right now scores at least 1. And depending on the speed down at first, who knows, and where that ball's hit. Everybody's kind of playing a little bit in, except that left fielder who's deep and left.
That's high, so 3-1 now. Walk would be good too.
Yeah.
Walk advances the runners as well.
And that brings Zach Nobis up with bases loaded. Ooh.
It's in there for a strike. That was a late call, but the count is full.
Right at the knees, though.
Yep. Kilgore's framing, I believe, helped that case with the umpire. So the count is full, 1 down. That's fouled off, and they stay alive, doing it all over again with a full count. Got to swing at anything close on 3 and 2. High, ball 4. So the runners all advance. So we got Logan Clemens at first, Brooks Brown at second, and Trevor Ward at third. Now at third is where we started all the leadoffs that caused all those bunts. So now we've got a decision at the mound. The manager is coming out. I believe he might be just stalling for a little time because nobody was warming up. There is somebody heading out, though. Heading out is 20. So 20, let's see who that is. 20 is Owen Meffley. He's the only player that they brought that hasn't played yet.
There you go.
So they're going to go out and play catch. And this brings up Zach Nobis 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground out. Bases loaded, 1 out for the Golden Bears. Be nice if Nobis smacks something over somebody's head.
Getting a lot of room out there in right center, a lot of room right down that right field line.
First pitch to him is up high, ball 1.
But if they're going to throw him there, just let him walk you for another run.
Yep, absolutely. Ward not taking as big of a lead. And now he does. And that is
outside
strike.
corner.
Yep. 1-1 on Nobis. Swung on. That's hit good. See if it'll drop or if they'll be able to make a play. And they do make a play, the center fielder. A run will score. And Nobis will be safe at first. No, Nobis will not be safe at first. Nobis is out. So he flew out to center. So that brings up Nate Miller.
First base, number 16,
oh, they got a runner. So for Clemens, we got a courtesy runner, and it's 16. No, did he say 16? I don't know. I don't know if he said 16 or not. We're going to give him the courtesy runner, though. It is 16. Yep. There you go. Thanks
job,
for that pickup attempt. You know, the speakers used to be inside, and so I used to be able to pick up Steve pretty well. Now they're back behind, which is great when he's playing music, but not so great to hear the calls. So runners at the corners, 2 down now. They go down to second, and their steal will happen. So Arthur steals second, so he's safe at second on the stolen base. So runners at second and third with 2 down. Only a one ball count to Miller. That's in there for a strike, so it evens apart at 1-1. Be nice to get one or both of these runs across here.
Yeah, you feel pretty comfortable going into the last 2 innings if you get at least one more.
That's ball 4. No, we hit him. Oh no, I guess not.
We're at an hour and 10 minutes right now for this game, and that was the entire length of last game.
Yeah. So they're going to say that's a 2-1 count, and it didn't hit him. Miller was chugging down to first base thinking he got hit. Dwayne Wrestler says, not so fast, my friend.
Yep. Stay right here, son.
He had to get his bat back. Now that swung on, it kind of turned him. This is on the infield. And that'll be it. So the Bears plate one more run here in the inning. So they lead 7-3 as we head to the top of the 6th inning. Back after this on BMU TV.
At Krill Funeral Service, we are professionals with the sincere desire to reward every family who have placed their trust and confidence in us by being attentive to every detail, displaying the highest level of courtesy and compassion, and providing the greatest measure of respect for their wishes. As remembrance planners, our goal is to help families find joy in the way they choose to remember, honor, and celebrate the wonderful life of their loved one. Krill Funeral Service, we are experts at helping hearts heal. They say there is strength in numbers. In Bryan, we have always taken pride in supporting our Golden Bear student athletes in all of their sporting endeavors. The Bryan Athletic Boosters now have a chance for you to get into the game. If you're Bryan proud, it's time to become Bryan strong. Whether you were a BHS athlete, are raising a BHS athlete, or just love supporting our Bryan High School athlete, this is your chance to be part of the BHS sporting community. Talk to any board member today on how easy it is to join, or contact us at 419-636-4536.
Back out at Sumter Field, we head to the top of the 6th inning. Bears lead 7-3 here on BMU TV. This will bring up Tate Verts, who is the, let's see, he's the third baseman, and he is 1 for 2 with a fly out and a single. Swung on, that's hit hard, and that'll be a base hit. And they're going to get it in quick enough to the cutoff man that Verts will stay at first. That'll bring up Jacob Wright, the first baseman, who's 0 for 2. He grounded out and flew out. Grounded out to short and flew out to left his last time up. It's all the way back in the 2nd inning, Jim.
This one not going quite as quick as that first one, but been a well-paced game, and you know, outside of that 1 inning where the Bears went for 6, pretty well played.
Yep.
Only 1 error again on both teams. Ooh.
Turned back, so that'll be 2 balls now. So right with a runner aboard, no outs. That's 3 balls.
And all of a sudden now Don James having a little problem finding that plate.
Still nobody warming up in the pen. We'll see if that changes here on a walk. But it's 3-0. Runner's going. That's going to be a strike. They'll just let the guy steal, so Verts will advance to second on a stolen base. And the count is 2-1 now. 3-1, excuse me. James turns to look at the batter, or the pitcher rather, or the runner, excuse me.
Yeah, that too.
That too.
Ooh.
That's in there for a strike. So the count is full think it's full, unless it's
2-2.
Okay, then we have something wrong somewhere. Hopefully the next pitch is a ball, or an out, or a strike. Really doesn't matter. Let's see what James does. Runner at second. He's looking to make a move. Fouled back. So 2-2.
James with 61 or 66 total pitches right now, Chris. So
that's swung on. That's hit good. That might be trouble.
That is trouble.
Yep, all the way to the wall. So that'll score at least one. They'll get the run into the cutoff man. Actually, wasn't very good, and so that'll be a stand-up double. Boy, that went all the way to the wall. It looked good coming off the bat. So he's advanced by the batter, and now that's 2 runs in. No, that's just 1 more run in. So now we've got a runner at second in the form of Jacob Wright, and that'll bring up Gavin Sharp, who is 1 for 2 with a single and a ground out. Perfect night for baseball.
Oh, it
Can't
is.
get any better than this. That's down low.
You got to start worried a little bit about Dom James, because the couple of hits that have been made this inning by Marysville have really been good hits, good solid double there that almost went to the fence.
They got nobody warming up, though, down there.
No,
so
nobody out.
They might ride James here to the end.
Nobody out, runner on second. And again, in this game, you can brag your right fielder back in and let him throw a couple and get him ready to go. But you're right. Right now, it looks like they're riding James's arm to the end.
Ooh, he's not getting anything right now. 2-0 now. That was a ball low. The pitch. Ooh, 3-0. Wow. That's down low, ball 4, so a 4-pitch walk.
Here we go. Now we're going to do a little action. Coach on his way to the mound.
And so let's see who's heading out there.
Up to 71 pitches now for Dom James.
So runners at first and second. No outs. This could be trouble. The conference at the mound is continuing. But I don't see anybody. Warming up.
Now, I don't think they're at this point in time. It appears that they're going to stay with James.
So James will try to figure things out here.
And Garrett North, the pitcher for Marysville, now with an opportunity to maybe help his own cause.
He fakes the throw to the runner. Looks like they're showing bunt. And they throw over to first base, and he's back safely.
Looks like they're going to try to steal a little of Brian's
absolutely.
play
They work for
here.
Brian. 6 runs on bunts. Lays down the bunt. That'll advance the runner. Out at first, though.
Nice job by James to come in and make that good throw to first.
Absolutely. So out on the bunt. Runners at second and third. That'll bring up Tyler Drope, 0 for 2. An error and a flyout. So first base is open. First pitch is in there for a strike, so James did a good job there. Swung on. That's going to be awkward, but coming over and making the play as Ward, and he did it such a good job that the runners didn't advance.
Yeah, nice job by Ward to get out and get that ball.
Wow, so a nice little fly out or line out, whatever you want to call it. And Ward went from second base all the way into shallow right field to get that. And that'll bring up Chase Kilgore. That'll be a fly ball out to center. And that does it. He holds them without scoring any runs. Well, they got the one. So, wow, that was good because he had second and third no outs and able to hold it there. And so the Bears able to hold 7-4 as we go to the bottom of the sixth. Back after this on BMU TV.
This is my story. I'm a mother of 3, a wife, and a cat operator. I earned my degree in mechanical engineering technologies. Now I have a career doing exactly what I studied. I learned more, now I earn more.
You know, gathering with those we love, we get to catch up and we get to reflect on the past.
It seems like every time we get together, I always learn something new.
Here's the front page of the Columbus Dispatch when he won state baseball tournament, sliding into home plate.
Look at that, the front page. And that's a neat picture.
That was a great memory. I'll never forget that.
At Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home, we understand that there are special memories that need to be remembered and shared.
You take it? You're done? Okay, I'm out of here. I'm leaving.
We're back. It is 7-4 here at Sumter Field.
Just about had a pinch announcer in there for that one.
Did we?
Yep.
Wow.
That's happened. Wouldn't be the first time I got pulled. You know? You, out of here. Butterberg, you're gone.
So Garrett North will continue to pitch here for Marysville. It's going to be Spies, Dye, and Tressler. Good news is that those are the guys that you know, have been playing well as far as making some hits. So we'll see what happens here.
Well, you know, the Bears, as you said, Chris, were very fortunate to get out of that inning with just one run scored. And now, even if they don't add an extra run in this inning, they still will go into that in that seventh with a 3-run cushion, which is a big plus.
Yeah, absolutely. But
because,
it'd be nice
boy, it sure looked like it was going to be a 7-6 ball game.
It actually did. Swung on, Spies will drop one. So he is 0 for 1 with a flyout. Now he's 1 for 2. So a quick single there, and that'll bring up Zach Dye, who was 0 for 2 with an error and a ground out. Dye looks down to third base, gets the signal. Spies taking a pretty big lead. He goes back. Shows bunt, and then he swings awkwardly. That'll get the runner advanced, and it's going to be a tough play, and he got him at first.
Wow.
Oh, that was challenging. I don't know about that, but we'll take it.
the center fielder.
Yeah, a good job to get some metal on that ball, and nice effort though by the infielder.
Yeah. Whew.
Scoop that up and make the play.
And it didn't pull the runner, didn't pull the first baseman off the bag, which was kind of critical.
Tyler Drope with a nice scoop and delivery there on that one.
Eli Tressler 1 for 2, and make that 1 for 3 as he flies out to Caleb Schultz. And it's not deep enough for young Mr. Spiess to advance, so he'll hold at second. That'll bring up Noah Bonney. Bonney is 0 for 2. He had a bunt out and a fly out.
I'm just going to get to the point where I kind of know what I'm doing here, Chris, and then it'll be a while, and you have to retrain me entirely.
Right.
Entirely from scratch. Okay, this is the iPad.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, we still don't have the tournament bracket, but I do know that the Bears are playing at Defiance on Wednesday.
Okay, all right.
For the regular season. The regular season ends next week. It's in there for a strike on Bonney. 2 outs. Runner at second is Jake Spiess. Pitch that swung on to Bonney. That is going to be caught by Michael Ponzak. It looked like that might drop in there, but it didn't. And so the Bears go, and they still lead 7-4 as we head to the top of the 7th inning. Bears have 3 outs that they need to make here. We'll be back after this on BMU TV.
They say there is strength in numbers. In Bryan, we have always taken pride in supporting our Golden Bear student athletes in all of their sporting endeavors. The Bryan Athletic Boosters now have a chance for you to get into the game. If you're Bryan proud, it's time to become Bryan strong. Whether you were a BHS athlete, are raising a BHS athlete, or just love supporting our Bryan High School athlete, this is your chance to be part of the BHS sporting community. Talk to any board member today on how easy it is to join, or contact us at 419-636-4536.
Things are starting to settle down here at Bryan Ford Lincoln. After the fire, we had to rearrange everything. We brought in new offices for our staff. We reorganized our inventory to accommodate our new layout. Things are starting to feel a little more like home.
Morning, Chip.
Maybe a little too comfortable. Bryan Ford Lincoln, great deals, great people, great experiences.
Back out at Sumter Field, 7-4. The Bears are 3 outs away from winning this second game of the doubleheader. They lost the first game. What was it? 2-0?
1-0.
1-0.
Yeah,
okay.
1-0. It was a really good ball game. No, it's been a long time ago.
Yeah.
You've been hanging around me
hour and 28 minutes to be exact. Actually,
anybody
2
that
hours.
hangs out around me, normally their memory starts to go. Their dexterity slides. Yeah, it's an amazing thing. I rub off on people.
Michael Ponzak is up. He's 0 for 2 with a fly out and a struck out called third strike.
Look at Sam over here. She's doing the same thing. She's wondering what just happened to me. I've been hanging around Funderburg all day long.
That's outside as well.
She's her intelligence level has dropped 3 points here, since she's been here, just because she's hanging with me. I kind of
That's in there for a strike. That makes it 2-1.
Yeah, the lead member of the Charettes with us today on the
swung on and
camera.
missed, strike 2.
Of course, you do have Char of the Charettes, but then the number 1 Charette is Sam Charette.
Swung on and missed, strike 3, so he goes swinging. That'll bring up Garrett Lobdell. He is, oh wait, maybe not.
You got a pinch hitter here going, I think. Yep.
Pinch hitter going to be number 20, Owen Meffley.
I think Meffley was the young guy that was out there warming up in the bullpen there at that point. So going to get Meffley a couple of swings at least today for that long ride up here from Marysville.
That's swung on. That might be trouble. Calling off though is Connor Arthur, who makes the grab there in right field, shallow right center field. It looked like it was going to bounce in between the second baseman and the right fielder, but he did a good job putting that one in. That's 2 down. That'll bring up Caleb Schultz. He's 1 for 3 with a single and 2 flyouts. Swung on. This might do it. And making the catch and ending the game is Eli Tressler. So Marysville goes in order. And it's going to be a 7-4 victory for the Golden Bears. So we split the doubleheader. Bears go down to defeat 1-0 in game number 1. They take a big second inning with 6 runs and eventually win this one by a score of 7-4. We'll be right back, take a look at some final stats, and right after this on BMU TV.
Hey, you in the old silver car. Looks like you could use a new ride.
What?
At Darryl Shirkey Ford Lincoln, we can upgrade you to a nice pre-owned vehicle or a new Ford or Lincoln.
How are you doing this?
We have a huge selection of vehicles, and with our aggressive pricing policy, we make them very affordable.
This is pretty aggressive. I don't think a billboard's ever tried to sell me a car before.
Come and see why we are the fastest growing dealership in Northwest Ohio. Hey, you in the white pickup.
Looking for career opportunities? They're closer than you think. Northwest State has more than 70 degree and certificate programs, so you can start on the path to a rewarding career. Or transfer your credits toward a bachelor's degree. Your future is knocking. What are you waiting for? Opportunities await at Northwest State Community College. Find out more at northweststate.edu.
At Krill Funeral Service, we are professionals with the sincere desire to reward every family who have placed their trust and confidence in us by being attentive to every detail, displaying the highest level of courtesy and compassion, and providing the greatest measure of respect for their wishes. As remembrance planners, our goal is to help families find joy in the way they choose to remember, honor, and celebrate the wonderful life of their loved one. Krill Funeral Service, we are experts at helping hearts heal.
Back out at Sumter Field, the Golden Bears win this one by a score of 7-4 in game number 2 of the doubleheader. Let's take a look first at the line score. Chris Malenga and Jim Funderburg with you. For Marysville, 4 runs on 6 hits, 1 error, and 3 left on. For the Golden Bears, 7 runs on 7 hits, 1 error, and 3 left on. Taking a look at some of the statistics, let's take a look first for the visiting Marysville team. Caleb Schultz was 1 for 4 with a single. Tate Verts was 2 for 3 with 2 singles, 2 stolen bases, and a run scored. Jacob Wright was 1 for 3 with a double and an RBI. Gavin Sharp was 1 for 2 with a single. He also walked and was caught stealing. Garrett North was 1 for 3 with a single. Tyler Drope was 1 for 3. He also, well, actually he was 0 for 3, but he walked and scored on a run. Chase Kilgore 0 for 3 with an RBI. And Michael Ponzak 0 for 3. Garrett Lobdahl 0 for 1 with a run scored. He had a walk and scored. And that was it for Marysville. Pitching for Marysville, Gavin Sharp went 2 innings. He threw 28 total pitches. He gave up 6 runs. 3 of those were earned. He gave up 4 hits, 1 walk. He did not strike out a batter. He hit 1 batter. In relief, Garrett North came in. He threw 4 complete innings. He threw 56 total pitches. He gave up 1 run. It was earned. He gave up 1 walk, 3 hits, and 2 strikeouts. Both of them caught swinging. He did not hit a batter. For the Golden Bears, Brooks Brown was 1 for 3 with a single and an RBI. Logan Clemens was 1 for 2 with a single and an RBI. He also walked and was caught stealing once. Zach Nobis was 0 for 3. He did have an RBI on a bunt. Nate Miller was 1 for 3 with a double. Jake Spees was 1 for 2. He had a single. He also had a walk. Zach Dye was 0 for 3 with a run scored and an RBI on one of those bunts. Eli Tressler was 1 for 3 with a single, and he scored and an RBI. He also struck out once. Noah Bonney was 0 for 3. Dom James was 1 for 2 with a run scored. He also struck out once and was hit by a pitch. Trevor Ward, 1 for 2 with a double. He also had an RBI and a stolen base. Pitching for the Golden Bears, they went the entire distance with Dom James. Dom James threw 83 pitches. He gave up 4 runs. 3 of those were earned. He struck out 2, 1 swinging and 1 called. He gave up 6 hits, 2 walks, and he did not hit a batsman. So there you have it for the statistics for Bryan. Again, that line score, 4 runs on 6 hits, 1 error, 3 left on. For Bryan, 7 runs on 7 hits, 1 error, and 3 left on. The big runs for Bryan came in the second inning. Marysville went ahead 2-0 in the top of that inning, and then they came back. Bryan did in the 6th inning. They had a double, and then lots of bunts to move runners around. They had 5 bunts, 5 successful bunts in that inning, and those runs all scored. Marysville added a run in the 3rd, the top of the 3rd. Bryan added a run in the bottom of the 5th, and Marysville added a run in the top of the 6th, and that's where we get our score of 7-4. Again, time of the game, 1 hour and 30 minutes. So quick doubleheader. First game was 1 hour 15 minutes. Second game, 1 hour 30 minutes. With that break in between, it was a good day for the Golden Bears as they're able to split with Marysville. Want to thank our crew tonight. Sam Clark on camera, Tony Malenga on camera. Also in the bus, Eric Herman pushing the buttons and making it look good, and Chris Bryce on the graphics making those look good as well. For Jim Funderburg, I am Chris Malenga. Thanks so much for joining us. Again, your final score from Sumter Field, the Golden Bears 7, Marysville 4. We'll be back next time on the Golden Bears Sports Network on BMU TV.